Hello everybody, how good of you to join this very exciting ultimate playthrough of Anno 1800 with everything the game has to offer, including 65 mods. We have now arrived here at Sleepy Hollow once again with our flagship Endeavor, and we're now delivering not only the quest items Torpedo Fish to Archie, but also the quest rewards we got from the workers and the farmers, and sell it for a nice amount of money there. And we need that money to further boost our economy and our production. Right now, what I want to do is I want to finish my second bricks production. There we have it. It's all up and running now. So now the first bricks are coming in too. We have the workforce, and we do need way more bricks than what we have right now because the age of workers starts. What we can also do, and this is going to be really interesting, is we're going to jumpstart now our industrial district, right? So for now we had a farmer district with the sheep farms, the forest farms, with the potato farms and fields, and now we're going to the other side of our island here. And while the ship is on the way and we cannot do anything else anyway, we are now preparing our industrial district. I'm doing it here first of all because the industrial district is ugly, and it wants to be far away from the city, and second of all because we got oil here, and the oil we can later use to boost electricity in the industrial district, and thus boost the production of all the buildings here in the center. So this is really fitting that we have all of that here. So I'm going to have a double road, which is going to be my train tracks to this area. So here we're going to have the power plant then, and around it we're going to have our industry now, right? So we're going to plan it like that. The first thing that we want to have is, of course, as always, warehouses. I'm going to build a few of them where I see them fit. There we have the first ones, and what we need to do now with those guys is, well, we do need to start with our production. First of all, the pig farms. For the pig farms, we're going to need slaughterhouses. Slaughterhouses, I can have quite a lot of them, so we're going to start with our slaughterhouses in this area. Righto. That's quite a few slaughterhouses, but it will last us for a few minutes there or whatever. Next up would be our soap production. The soap production is a bit more difficult. It needs the rendering works, and we do need quite a lot of them because they're very slow with the production. So I'm going to add, let's just see, 6 here in this district. We could even have a few more. Right, so we'll need to have yet another warehouse then here for even more rendering works that we can then have in this area. And keep in mind, we want to have a good soap production as well. Why? For Eli. So once I've found him, I can sell my soap then to him to a good price to make some profit off it. There we got the soap, and now I need the soap factory. The soap factory, let's have it. It's a bit of a difficulty decision now. Let's have the soap factories just here.
Competitors have reached a trade agreement.
And I think we're going to need, yeah, we don't need that many, but we still do need quite a few of them. And yeah, just in time, we have arrived at Archie as well. Let's turn in the quest. Gives us a bit of money there, 4,000, but the main money comes from this item here, Steely-Eyed Steelsmith, which is just a fabulous name. And let's just turn it in here as well. 20,000 we get of both of these items. This is amazing. This is boosting us a lot. What we can do with all that money now is we can also jumpstart our ship production. For that, I will need something else, and that is sail production. I have a bit of a wool surplus right now, but we're just going to increase that by adding, yeah, 4 more sheep farms. I can have 1 more framework knitter with that. And what we can also have out here, what I'm going to add is the sail production. There we have it. Right, I should be able, oh no, yeah, okay, I am quite able to squeeze in 2 of these factories here. Right, we don't need more than that. Let's build both of them, and thus we have our sails production up and running now as well. There we have them, producing sails out of the sheep wool. That is not the only thing that we need to do. We need a weapons production, and above all, we need a steel beams production. That is the third building material that we don't have yet, which is very much needed. And for that, I need to prepare a few other things first. Let's just check my consumption. Fish is down once again. So while we're at it, let's also add 2 more fisheries here to the harbor area. so that we have that coming up. We also have a fire. I need to check this real quick. In Tarik. How fitting it is that it is in Tarik, because Tarik is actually my focus now. The pub we need to build. And of course, for these guys here, a fire station. Let's build the fire station. There we have it here. And Tarik is playing a vital role for us for what? Well, for the pig farms. Pig farms require space and they're ugly to any island, right? So what we want to do is, for that, we want to have the pig farms in Tarik and deliver the pig heads on our first trade route then to Sleepy Hollow. This is my goal for that. But what I can see is, oh god, the money. It's just not flowing in. Santa Claus is visiting us once again here, but that is not going to be enough. He doesn't have any money with him, so we're just going to need to upgrade more buildings here, more houses, more tax income overall, that boosts us. And the next productions that we have planned now, I tell you that they're going to be really expensive. It's going to be steel, sausages, bread and soap, and we need money for all of that. Money for building we have, money for maintaining those factories we don't have yet. So what I'm doing there is I'm going to expand also Tarik there. We also need the workforce for the pig farms then anyway, and of course also for the money. And we have timber now in Tarik as well. So I'm just going to add a few more blocks of houses then up here in the north as well. And we also got another propaganda. Please give me, no, we still don't have the 10% income unlocked yet. We need to reach a higher level for that first. So let's just put it there to spend. Right, so we got a really happy population, and the money needs to flow in, obviously. Let's just have some more people living here then as well. In Sleepy Hollow, meanwhile, we're still starving on timber. It's really something that is so hard in the beginning to have, because we need to expand, of course. I'm going to have more farmers now down here as well. These blocks there are finished. We also need to check real quick. That is fine. And we've also reached level 7 with that, and thus a bit more influence as well. No quest up yet, but what we can see is that, yep, it's starting to get a bit more busy now out here in the oceans, right? So the NPCs are also starting to build their ships. Hugo got his first schooner out there. He's already got some gunboats as well. And the pirate is obviously also sailing to, I guess, treasures somewhere far away anyway. In Tarik, we have now the fire overcome. And let's continue with a few more blocks of houses here. This will also lead to a fish consumption. We only have this one here, and I don't think that I can place another one. Nope, this is not possible anymore, so we're going to need this coast here for more fishes than later. Yeah, let's make it 4. So here we can then have a bit more fish. Let's build the first fishery. That should be fine. Alright, and while everything is happening, also my ship is continuing. And look at how strong the pirate already is. So many ships here, and she's just spreading now. We still haven't discovered her lair yet, right? Oh! And we have found Eli. Very good. He's just out here. There he's got his prison island. He's the next NPC that we have. And he's going to offer some quests from time to time. But especially he's buying soap. Because, I don't know, he's like to be a clean guy. And he likes to purchase a lot of soap for a very good price. So this is what we can use then later as well. Let's get my ship back to safety, because this is really looking dangerous out here with all these pirates there. And we also got the first layout for our pig farms that are upcoming. So we can just squeeze them in here. A few more of them in this area. Right, and then I can just finish this area here off with yet another pig farm then. Righto. And then we can use this whole layout there, just beside the street, to just build more pig farms if we need to, like those guys, for example. Let's take that block here for future expansion, because this is just looking very good. We're going to have them then, I guess, here, and also more pig farms here. Keep in mind we also need a bit of space there for the mines, and also for another warehouse then as well, because yeah, they're going to deliver quite a lot of pig heads then at some point to all these people there. That is that. We have, oh, wait a second, we have a bit of timber again, so I think it's a good point of just continuing now with a few more houses than here in Tarik, so that we can spend the timber wisely. In this case here, that we might just have a service building later. Here we continue with more blocks of houses. Very good. And a street going all the way down here. Here and here. And then, a cool thing, we can just build all of them at once. Of course, it takes an additional step there, but still, it's worth it. Now, what we still also want in Sleepy Hollow, we have more timber again. We want to also upgrade further to prepare. This is really all for preparing the industry. And as we can see, balance-wise is fine now, so we can afford now some new factories to maintain then as well. Alright, one more thing that I want to do here, since we also have the money now, is we also want to get our shipyard out there. So the opponents already have it, but I'm going to build now my shipyard there as well. Just over here, perhaps. Free coast needed. Oh, crap. It's too far in there. Perhaps we can have it here. Nope, because my coastline is rather, you know, as you can see, small. We don't have that reach. Let's have the shipyard then somewhere else on another coast. Or what we can also do is we can get rid of those two fisheries. And I just built them on another coast entirely, like this one here. Well, even though there we're going to have the oil harbor. So let's have it over here. Yeah, let's have our next, or let's have our fish farms here. So that we can have our sailing shipyard then on the other side, so that we have those guys. It's just a fisherman, and I'm pretty sure it's getting attacked then by Miss Hunt soon, because she likes to attack stuff early on. So let's build 3 of them. And now I should hopefully be able to place the sailing shipyard. Yep, I am. Very good. Let's just get rid of that road here and build it right next to my warehouse. There we have it, and let's build it. And boom, out it is in all its glory. We got the shipyard, and with that I can now build my first ships. And there it is. The schooner is going to be our first boat, and I can already see that I can also build then some gunboats right away, so 2 of them to start a basic protection. Eli has a quest for us. The vermin nearly clawed their way out last night. If I'm going to bolster every one of their cells, I'll need a lot of cold hard steel. Let's see if you can do through that. If they can shoot through that. Oh, he wants 7 tons of steel beams, so this is a bit more complicated now. For 5,000 credits. Unfortunately, we don't have the steel beams. Sorry, pal. I do have a schooner coming up though, so what I can do now is, finally, I'm going to have my first pig farms. So those guys here. 3,000 it cost me now to get those pig farms up and running. It's 5 of them. So it's going to add a lot now to my pigs, and then I can have sausages and soap coming up now. Let's just get back, waiting for the schooner then. And as we can see, the gunboat I can also build. What we can also use this for, not only for building, of course, our first basic ships, but also to sell ships, make some money out of it. A schooner brings in 2,500 credits from Archie. So schooners only cost me a bit of timber and sails, so I can use this strategy to just build some schooners and sell them to make some cash to afford my industry, which is still very hard to afford at this point. Speaking of industry, I was here getting my industry up. Right, so what we now need as well is some charcoal burners for the coal. So I'm going to have one just here. Here we are also going to have a warehouse. Reason for that is we're going to have our iron mine here. So we do need some iron. We have 2 iron deposits there. An iron mine produces iron every 15 seconds, so it can support 2 furnaces. Let's build both of them here in blueprint mode for now with the road. Right. The iron mines, and that means I can have up to 4 furnaces just out of these 2 guys. I'm going to have the furnaces. Let's just see, there we have the power plant, right? So steel is going to be very important, right? We need steel for a lot of things, from weapons to steel beams to sewing machines to advanced weaponry. So steel we need a lot. So it's a good idea to have the steel close to our electricity, right? And let's just have a few of these furnaces here then, all squeezed up. There we have then the tracks coming along, and as we can see, a lot of steel is possible here. This guy, perhaps let's squeeze it in a bit like that. Of course, it's also a very dirty production, but still, it's a very important production. Let's just have the roads then here for all of that, and what I will also need is, of course, some more warehouses then on either side. So that's the steel. Another thing is the steel works. With this we can have the steel beams. We don't need so many of them. We still do need them though. Let's get rid of this warehouse there for now, because I would like to have... We should be able to squeeze in 3 here. Very good. And 2 here. I will never really need more than that. This is already pretty fine, or quite a lot actually. Let's have the warehouse then here for those guys as well. And of course, since this is a very, very flammable district, let's have a couple of fire stations as well to all of that that we're going to have then here as well. Right, and a police station later on. By the way, we have unlocked the police station now, and then we also have a beautiful prison that we can build then as well, that we're going to incorporate then into our town as much as possible. I think it's already time. We have the workforce, we have the money. Let's build the warehouse, let's build the charcoal kiln, let's build the iron mine. In fact, let's actually build a second charcoal kiln just here. Right, costing us quite a lot, as we can see. The iron mine is now working, getting us the iron ore out of it. And now we just go over here to our industry and let's have the warehouse, let's have the fire station, the first 2 furnaces, and the first steelworks. And ladies and gentlemen, thus we have our steel beams production. Of course, it's going to take a bit of time here before this really works. There's no smoke coming out yet, they're not really working yet, but it is coming. Another thing that I forgot is the weapons production. Weapons factory we have as well. And we're going to need a bit of space for them, and I think here we can have them. 3 are fine, so we can squeeze the 3 in, and all of them are getting electricity at some point. This is the amazing thing of this layout here. So we squeeze it in there right into the mountain. As we can see though, my balance is a bit negative again, so let's upgrade away. Let's upgrade happily away a few more. Workload is down a bit now, and of course also we are oh, look at that. Actually, this one is missing fields. Seems very strange to me. What is going on here? Alrighto. So this one is lacking fields that we need to build then here. It's missing fields again. Okay, there's something. Oh, wait a second. We still need to build it, of course. Oh, probably forgot to build the fields last time. It doesn't matter now. Let's also just continue with those 2 farms there now. Both of them have the fields though, right next to it. So that we have now 6 pig farms up. And I think we also finished our first schooner. There it is, the Lone Star. A mighty ship with 2 cargo slots. And with that, we can now finally start our first trade route from Tarek to Sleepy Hollow, and this is going to be pigheads 2 times, and the Lone Star is working on that. Let's accept, and thus the Lone Star is on his way to get some pig farms in, right, in these stormy times. It's also snowing there a bit, again a bit, just a tiny bit. Miss Hunt is cruising around over there, hopefully not intercepting. We also got the first gunboat out. I'm happy to say that, so there we have it. They cost, of course, a bit of money there on the upkeep, but still, they're fine. This is going to protect my flagship right away. Another is coming out, and after that, we're building also 2 schooners there. Both of them we can sell for a bit of money, because we do need money. Let's also upgrade more houses here in Tarek to further increase our production and our tax income. Yeah, that marketplace is getting rather busy. I think we're going to need a second one soon. For this area then. And let's also finish this whole row here right away. Fish-wise, it's fine, very good. So that's a bit of additional taxes coming in. But the majority of taxes will soon be coming in now thanks to the pig heads. So that we can make some soap and sausages out of that, making some real cash there. I think what we still will need here, yep, the workload was a bit lacking. I think though, wait a second, we should have, oh yeah, we have a huge surplus of wool, so all I really need is the framework knitters. Let's just have 4 of them here in addition, right, costing me a few farmers there, but we have enough of them. And thus I should have no problem once again with my framework knitters then once the production is up. And of course, let's continue with upgrading even more workers. And soon they'll be getting some sausages, and then we're going to see a real boost there in the income, hopefully. Yeah, and money-wise, I need to start selling some ships, unfortunately, because otherwise we are in a bit of a trouble there if I don't do that. So far so good. I hope you enjoyed. It's getting really tight now because the pirate is building up, Miss Hunt is starting building up, and soon we'll see also the first skirmishes and battles, and of course we need to still rush for arsons. Stay tuned.